So I'm in one of my favorite places right now. This is, well, I'm not really sure what it is. It's a walking bridge, but it's on the water and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you in a second what it looks like out of both sides. The dam is just over here, but I used to use this bridge all the time to walk to school, to walk to where I have to work, even just to go to the park, which is where we're going to go next. But first things first. Hey there! So this beautiful masterpiece, which you probably can't see because it's probably really blurry, but this beautiful masterpiece behind me is the town park, which I will show you right after this. But essentially, this is where I spent so much of my time growing up. Legitimately, I was here all the time. I remember being back here and jumping over all of these rocks when the water was low, just across the river instead of taking the bridge. We did the same thing on the other side all the time too. I remember coming here for a fishing tournament and catching a water snake and scaring the bejesus out of myself and my grandmother and my brother, which was really fun. I have been to this town park since I was this big or smaller, because my grandmother lived just up the street that way. While not one of my favorite places in town, you can't come to Gananoque and not come to the town hall. We're a super historical town, so everything is made of brick, and there's a lot of history behind everything here that is in Gananoque, whether it's personal history or Canadian founding history. So this is your town hall. It's made of a very, very old brick building. You probably have a mark right here on you because I nicked my camera off something. That's great. But yeah, no, this is the town hall. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But the town hall means more to me in that there is this. So yes, this is a fountain. And my brother and I used to come here all the time and we play in the water, which isn't in yet because winter literally just ended. It snowed last week. We'd come here and play in the water, and our grandmother would get really mad at us because she lived just up this way. And we'd steal money because we were horrible children. But yeah, like I remember her coming here all the time, especially on like Canada Day and honestly, mostly just in the summer, and just coming and playing in and around this fountain, and it was a huge part of my life. So was playing in this gazebo here. They use it kind of as a bandstand now. We climb up the sides of it, stuff, because it's made of rock and you can find footholds and stuff. We did a lot of that stuff when we were young too. And this over here is the park that we used to play in. I'm not going to go over there and film because it's kind of creepy if you film small children. So I told you about the train bridge, which is way down that way. I showed you the walking bridge. There's the bridge that goes over the dam. There's this lovely bridge right here. And then last but not least, there's this bridge. And this right here is the bridge that me and my mother and my brother used to walk over all the time to go visit my grandmother. And it's really simple. It's just a walk bridge. You can bike over it too, but that's mostly all it does. It's not the prettiest bridge, it's not anything, but me and my brother, let's see if I can do this safely, used to go down in here and play all the time, despite our parents not knowing. But this bridge was like a huge part of our childhood because literally like 3 houses down here is where my grandmother used to live. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, we used to play around here, and it goes down to the marina and over up in here. That's the clock tower. I know it's kind of hard to see. So right here, there used to be 2 gigantic pine trees. There'd be one on this side and one on this side of this lovely rock. I remember coming here when I was very, very young. In fact, one of my mother's favorite pictures is of me and my brother sitting right here in front of these trees. And so I'm really awkward, so there's a girl that just walked past, and that's why I was quiet for so long. But anyway, yeah, me and my brother used to come play in this park all the time. I mean, it's very different now than it was when we were kids, but there's still elements of it that are intrinsically familiar to me. Like, if someone asked me to draw this park and I wasn't anywhere near it, I'm pretty sure I could, although I would still put the trees in. I have a love for the physical representation of Gananoque. Maybe don't love a lot of the people who are here very much, but for the town itself and the water and how the place looks it's part of me, you know? So all I really remember about this house is that it had a swimming pool right inside, and I'm not going to peek inside to check, but that was the coolest thing I could find about this house. This house used to be all white, and my grandmother's friends, Elsa and Peter, used to live there, and we used to go over there, and they would give us treats, and they were just really, really lovely people. And this right here, this lovely thing right here, used to be black and white, and this was my grandmother's house, and we used to sit on this very porch right here and look over at the Blink Bonnie. Now, the Blink Bonnie is a really, really haunted hotel, but that's because it's so old. The Historical Society actually is the only thing stopping it from being torn down. A lot of things are very different from when I was a kid, including the fact that everyone who I knew who used to live on that street is dead, or I honestly don't even know what happened to the rest of them. So yeah, it's a little upsetting. Oh, clock tower's going off. And of course, now that I say that, it's done. So I don't know if you can see them, but I'm kind of freaking out already, even though the seagulls are yelling. Apparently they're very excited too. But these were not out the other day. Do you see what those are? Those are the Gananoque boat line. They do tours to kind of everywhere. You can see the little sign here. But essentially, they do kind of tours to everywhere over the summer. And I'm stoked because they weren't out the other day because it was still too cold. But they're out now, which means they should be starting tours soon if they haven't already. Looks like they're open for the season. I'm excited. Maybe I'll do that as one of my videos. Maybe I'll buy a ticket and go take a little boat tour. But the Gananoque boat line's been here for forever. So this right here is the Heritage Village Park. Normally here-ish is a bandstand. That's kind of where they used to every year build the bandstand. Now they've implanted an actual one, but no one ever uses it unless you're like more of an independent musician in town. Like we don't have any big bands anymore, but they've turned kind of the town park into kind of a historical war thing. So there's this bit here, and over here, though they're covered by plastic, is a bunch of cannons, like old school ones. I have no idea what they're doing over there, probably dealing with the boats. But they also added, I don't know if you can really see it, but kind of right here, there's a water park. That was never there when I was a kid. That only came in the past couple of years, I think. Maybe even since I've been to university, if not since I was late in high school. But I'll take you down to the waterfront and kind of show you what it looks like. But a lot of town isn't really what it used to be, so you can kind of see it as I'm seeing it now instead. So this is Joelstone Park. God, it feels good to be out here. This is our lighthouse, of course. But this is where I'd go swimming as a kid. This is where the poker run happened as a kid. This is where I like to come sit because it's just peaceful, you know? All it is water. Yeah. This is kind of the other part. Joel Stone is the guy who founded Gananoque, apparently. Although founded is not, of course, the correct word because there were already native people here. I guess he founded Gananoque as it is. But yeah, so literally this is Joel Stone Park. There's a dock over there that's for people to go swimming, a little curtained off area. This is where everybody goes boating in the summer. It's kind of, I don't know, still early in the season, so it's nice and quiet here despite the fact that all that clicking noise you keep hearing is the string on one of the flag poles hitting it, because the flags aren't up yet. And it is rather windy. I don't even know if you can hear me, but... Bridge number 6. So this is the construction tech class. I don't think you can really see. This used to be windows, but I think they cut them off, so there's the shop. And on this side was auto shop. I don't think you'll be able to, you can kind of see inside, but this is where we used to do auto work even. Right here, let's see if we can darken it up a little bit. There you go, so that's the field. So I used to play rugby, all this sort of stuff. We used to practice down that way. I painted that in. Also, I always used to wait under this tree. Oh, sorry. Also, I always used to wait under this tree when I got to get pickup. Either this one or the next one down, or I would just sit underneath it. And I don't know why, but even now I feel compelled to go sit underneath that tree. Okay, so that's it because my battery is literally about to die. I literally don't know how it hasn't yet. That's kind of all I have time to show you. I hope you liked the video. I'm sorry that I couldn't show you everything. There's just so much to show. That's honestly only half of town. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm going to be for the summer. And I'm excited to hopefully show you more of it at some point. So see ya. Love your face. Bye.